Hey, if you like Greek yogurt as much as I do, you're going to want to stay tuned for this video. First of all, can your Greek yogurt stay in a spoon like this? I didn't think so. Anyway, with just a few kitchen tools and one ingredient, plus a little extra yogurt, you are going to learn how to make this, a quart of the thickest, richest Greek yogurt you have ever had. So good, it should be illegal. But shh, don't tell anybody yet. I'm ready to get started, and if you don't have these kitchen items, then I'd march myself over to Walmart, right? And make sure you have all of these before you start this video or this how to make your own Greek yogurt. In Instapot, they come in two sizes. I always get the larger one so I can do more than just make yogurt. But I can't tell you how long I've had this before I realized I should be making my own Greek yogurt. And there's a setting on there for it. So that'll be part of the instructions later. Second, you're gonna need this or something like it. Double boiler works. I get the large size, of course. Yours wouldn't have to be this large if you're starting small, but it's got the strainer, and that's gonna be useful in more than one way when we get to it. This item, kitchen thermometer with a little clip. I'm sure Walmart has it. We've had it for a while, and I didn't really know what to do with it until I started making my own cottage cheese and Greek yogurt. So this is important and key for getting the right temperatures, but it doesn't take long, I promise. And fourth, a jar that would fit at least this much liquid in it, about 4 cups. I keep going, so I keep filling it up. This is the whey that's going to be left over when you're done straining your yogurt, and do not throw it away. I made the mistake of dumping mine before I realized there's a lot of ingredients in here that are probably still nutritious. And as I realized it, sure enough, I found recipes that I could do something with this. So spend too much money to throw that away. And important, most of the recipes I've watched, they use cheesecloth. I didn't have cheesecloth, and I didn't really want to deal with some of that stuff, so I came up with an idea. I just sewed 2 old towels together, kitchen towels, cotton, and made this thing that kind of looks like a pillowcase. So if you don't have this, get an old pillowcase. They're perfect for this job, and it'll have a lot left over, but a lot of, but even that will come in handy. So you'll see when I start making this. But those are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 items that will make this yogurt making process a lot easier and doable for anybody. And now for the ingredients. Again, this recipe is to make a full quart all the way up to the brim of this thick, luscious, best tasting ever Greek yogurt. So in order to make 1 quart of it, you're gonna want a half a gallon. Actually, it's like, basically, half a gallon of any kind of whole milk, because in my opinion, I'm not trying to cut calories, I'm trying to have healthy fats, and whole milk does it. And I found A2 milk at Costco. It doesn't have to be A2. I've used other kinds of milk, but whole milk will make the best yogurt. That's it. And when you're done, I'll show you what this whey will end up being useful for. And just as a little preview, we'll do other videos for these. I've been pickling my veggies, and this is red cabbage with onions and garlic. and this one is okra. Better than pickles, but you can make your own pickles too. So that'll be another recipe for another time, as well as sourdough bread. That's gonna come up too, because I'm gonna make my own starter, which I've been doing, successfully making sourdough whole wheat bread. And you'll never wanna buy it again, especially knowing the ingredients that you have been buying all along and putting in your body. So we'll talk about that as we get to those. But for now, stay tuned for the rest of this video on how to make your own Greek yogurt. Okay, we're on the clock. Ready, set, go. We're pouring this half gallon of milk into my large Instapot. I happen to have two of these, a smaller one also. When I first started making this, I did both because I was following other YouTube videos on how to make it other than with an Instapot, but that's because I kind of ran into a glitch and didn't realize that I had to do something to get it to start the yogurt process. So yeah, let's just get the lid on the right way. It's coming, it's coming. Okay, now that the lid's on tight, I wrestled with that just for a second. Just wanted you to get a better view. On the top, there's a seal or a vent. We're gonna do the seal. Make sure that's on. Took me a while to figure out this. I thought my yogurt thing was, or the yogurt maker was broken. And I realized, I Googled this once, twice, 3 times, and it says boil. That's it. We're gonna wait for that to go off before we do the next step. While this is still boiling, which is about 20 minutes, if I failed to mention that, I am getting ready to have my first meal of the day, which is yogurt. And I kind of mix it up sometimes, although it's so good by itself, but it's breakfast. I am the owner and maker of the Shroomed Instant Lattes. Holy Home Goods is my brand, and I'm Jo Original Muse, in case I didn't mention that in the beginning. I'm gonna put a tablespoon of my Holy Home Goods Shroomed Mystic Mocha flavor. It's got 10 mushrooms in it and MCT powder, and it makes a perfect addition. Actually, I've got 4 different flavors of that, but stir it in to my cup of Greek yogurt. I'm gonna just finish off this jar while this new one's making. I still have another one in the refrigerator. And this is my breakfast. By the way, I just turned 69, so I've been watching a lot of videos lately for 55 plus seniors who really need to take care of their bones, and that's what inspired me to start eating cottage cheese and yogurt again. I had cut out dairy for a while, but since I've been doing this, I don't know, about 4 months now, nails are growing thicker and no ridges and no bumps, and your body gives you signs of the nutrient deficiencies, and also when you're eating healthy. My blood tests are also there to prove that I've been doing things that have actually improved my overall health. So, still waiting for this to say beep, and it'll be a while. So, as you can see, it says end, and for you to see that too. It is boiling. Now, because this is an Instapot feature, I don't bother taking the temperature of the milk, well, as it boils. But, oops, I should say this. I did get this ready as soon as it beeped. Ice on the bottom of that double boiler. Take it, because I'm too impatient to wait until the thermometer gets to 110. So I'm just gonna clip it on here, and I'll be back. I can't tell you how many YouTube videos I watched on yogurt making before I figured exactly if I'm doing things right or wrong. Anyway, this says 100. So one of the videos said it can go down to 93, between 93 and 110 degrees. And while that's cooling off, I get this ready. Now, a lot of the recipes said use a 1/4 cup of your most recent fresh yogurt, but since I have it on hand all the time, I don't mind using a little bit more. So I put about a 1/3 cup. And you put it in a separate, I didn't include this in the tools you're gonna need, but don't waste any of it. It's too good. Same thing, just neatness. This is cool enough to put it into this with your 1/4 cup yogurt starter, which is AKA your own yogurt. Or when I first started making it, I borrowed some from my partner from the yogurt that we bought in the store. But this is an important step. It has to be cool enough to stir this in and not burn the active yogurt cultures. I'm not going to try to explain all the science behind this. I'm just telling you what they tell me, and I follow those instructions to almost to a T. Anyway, it is smoothed in there. Then you can add it into making sure there's not going to be any lumps in there. And I stir it into my cooled off milk. Well, it's still sitting on the ice cubes. And pretty assured that that's all I need to do. I take it out. I should wipe the bottom of it so there's no wet in there. This is going to come in handy later too. Tomorrow. The rest of this video you'll see me wearing something different because it'll be tomorrow. So I'm going to put this in back in the Instapot. Put the cap back on. Why does this seem so difficult when I'm on camera? Maybe I should turn it off. See, I wasn't talking for a while there. All right, so it's on off right now. Everything's back tight again, sealed, not vented. And we are going to push it once, twice. I had it set for 26 because I was doing a full gallon, but it couldn't hurt to do yours. Usually it's 24 that comes right up. That's 24 hours. It'll start again on 0, and then it'll start counting up and automatically go off at whatever hour you set it for. So I set it for 26 hours. Maybe that was the key to making it extra thick. I don't know, but you will thank me later. I hope you do. Good morning. Last time you saw me, I was eating my breakfast of yogurt and shroomed in it. This morning, I'm gonna finish this jar for breakfast with my walnutty spread. I make it with allulose, so this is my breakfast this morning. So yeah, you can put anything you want, your favorite nut butters, whatever. But I came to finish the video. We're going out soon, and I didn't want this yogurt Instapot to go beyond however many hours I set it for. So it is right now at 22 hours and 7 minutes. Yes, you can open the lid and check, and if it looks like it's thickened, or some people say if you lay a spoon on it or something and it doesn't sink, then it's ready. But I can tell it's ready because I've been doing this enough, and 22 hours is more than enough time for half a gallon of that milk I poured in yesterday. So I just wanted you to see that and get this double boiler ready. No, we're not using it to boil, but because of the holes in it, it also comes in handy with your makeshift cheesecloth, pillowcase, whatever you want to use. I'm putting it in the middle, and I'm going to flap it over the sides. This is like one of the easiest parts of this step. See? Yes, there's a lot of overhang, but I'm going to use that to tie it together. So here we go. Now, I don't know why there's little bits of something in here. So I'm going to pull those out with a spoon. And I don't know if you can tell, but see, it separates from the side and it jiggles like Jell-O. Now, if you're just a yogurt lover and you don't necessarily have to have Greek yogurt, then eat it like this. Chill it or whatever. You can add sweetener, whatever you want. But I'm making the Greek yogurt. So I'm pouring that right into my makeshift cheesecloth. Make sure I get all of this down from the bottom. And here's where the magic happens for Greek yogurt. Actually, it's easy to clean too. So it's inside of this. All I'm going to do is cover it with the lid. Maybe bring it over the top. Doesn't really have to right now, but. And stick it in the fridge. And then I'll check it from time to time, but the longer you leave it, the thicker it gets. And when you go to lift that part out, it's already starting to drip through, you'll notice the whey on the bottom. So I intermittently take it out, pour the whey into the big jar I showed you, and put it back until it's so thick. But I'll come back later today or tomorrow to show you exactly how easy it is to spoon that out once it's thickened to your delight. Talk to you later. Hello, I'm back from a long day away, and while I was gone, this magic was happening. And first things first, before I show you what this Greek yogurt looks like, I'll take this out. Well, actually, let me show you now. And see how it thickened, and the amount of whey. I'm taking the jar that I had already from another batch and pouring what was left. I actually didn't even pour it in between. I just poured it. I'm just pouring it now. There's way less whey left over than when I made cottage cheese, but that'll be another video. Right now I'm on a yogurt kick, so this will be for another video for something that looks like this. This is my okra. It is so crispy. I didn't even think I liked okra besides those dried ones, but I almost like these better than pickles. But that'll be another video. So let me show you the final product here. It practically slips out on its own, and it is just the way I like it. Actually, I even saw another video that showed you how to make cream cheese out of the yogurt. So that takes about a week, but this is almost like cream cheese. Look at how thick that is. And it just kind of slides off the cheesecloth, or my makeshift cheesecloth, which was, like I said, just 2 cotton towels, dish towels that I sewed together. this shouldn't be any different. And if you decide to use an old pillowcase, clean of course, then I'll usually soak this in something like vinegar water or bleach, just to use as an antibacterial. But I think this gallon of milk kind of made more than I'm really used to. I have some left over here. But guess what? It's gonna be dessert. Yeah. So it filled up the quart and then some. Half a gallon of milk, whole milk, fills up this quart jar and then some. I'll show you. And I like to eat yogurt or cottage cheese or something like that, even Jello, gelatin with some kind of one of these high probiotic dairy foods before bedtime. About half an hour before bedtime is what I heard, and that helps you sleep even better. That's it for now. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know if you try it and take a picture. I think it lasts longer. That's my dessert for tonight. And how long do you think this is gonna last? With me, since it's breakfast, lunch, sometimes dinner, sometimes a snack. Not very long. Enjoy. See you in the next, you'll see me in the next video. See ya.